Hey fellow enthusiast, if you want to know what single small purchase changed my life, then this video is for you.
Here we go.
Hey fellow enthusiasts, this is Tommy Lanham and I am on a mission to break the monotony of the mundane and the mediocre by bringing as much enthusiasm to as many businesses, ministries, marriages, and individual lives as I possibly can. Hey, the one thing that I have noticed is that the more valuable I see myself, the better choices I make. In some other videos, you can hear more about my story of probably some bad choices that I made early on in my life. But as I continued to see my value, I began to make better choices. So how did that start? How did I begin to see myself as more valuable? It started with one single purchase of a tape. In 1997, I was 25 years old. I had just graduated college. And I came across a tape by Zig Ziglar called How to Be a Winner. I bought that tape, I put it in my cassette player in my car, and I listened to it over and over and over and over again. I wore that tape out. Zig Ziglar fed concepts into my mind that radically changed the way I view the world and the way I view myself. You've heard me quote Zig Ziglar in the past. Some of his quotes are, "You can have everything in life you want if you will just help enough other people get what they want." That's stuck in my brain. He also said, "Never trade what you want most for what you want now." That's stuck in my brain to change the way I look at choices that I make for my life. He's the one that said, if you see a turtle on the top of a fence post, you can rest assured that sucker didn't get there by himself. Why? Because he had some help along the way. And it made me better understand how other people add value to my life. And it all began with that single purchase of How to Be a Winner. And that purchase led to many other purchases. I can remember 3 years later, after I had gotten into personal development, Zig Ziglar and others, 3 years later in 2000, when my wife and I, we had just been married a couple of months, and I looked at her one day and I said, "Do you think we could afford to buy one audiobook a month?" Because we had little to no money. We were just married. I just started a ministry where I was paid completely through donations. And so I fully expected her to look at me and go, "Are you nuts? We could barely afford to eat. What, are you crazy?" But I asked her that question and she looked at me and she said, "Can we afford not to?" And that set us on a journey of personal development that still continues today. Early on we bought one a month. Now we don't necessarily do that now, but we have a whole office full of audios and full of books that help us both in our personal growth. Sometimes I think that when she walks into my office and she sees hundreds, if not more than 1,000 audio books in my office, I wonder if she reflects back to that day that she said that and think, man, if I hadn't said that, would I have all this to look at? And it has added value to us as individuals and as a couple, and it has helped us grow. When I got that tape, How to Be a Winner by Zig Ziglar, eventually that led to me getting a book by Jack Lanham. His book was called Untapped Potential. And I read that book and I thought, wow, man, this is awesome. And from there I began to read some of Zig Ziglar's stuff. My favorite by him was a book called Over the Top. And it just really cited a lot of his philosophy of life and helped me to understand myself as more valuable than I ever had before. And from there, I began listening and reading to Brian Tracy, Dennis Whaley, Jack Canfield, Tony Robbins, John Maxwell, Dave Ramsey. The list goes on and on and on. But it radically changed the trajectory of my life from that single purchase of How to Be a Winner. And the reason I continue to do this stuff is because it continues to feed my mind. I do what Zig Ziglar calls automobile university. I put these tapes, I still have a tape player. Yep, that's me. I'm the dinosaur. I still got a tape player. I get it on CDs. I am transitioning into the whole digital aspect of it, but whatever it takes to continue to feed my mind with this information, I do it. It's what Zig Ziglar calls automobile university. As you listen, as you drive, and you get all this information in your head, read books, guys. Read. Be a lifelong learner. Our brains need food just like our bellies need food. And this has helped to add value to my life. And as a result of that, I have made better choices. The more valuable you see yourself, the better choices you will make. And as this happens, it will continue to feed your enthusiasm. Hey guys, so that you won't miss future tips on how to feed your enthusiasm, click the subscribe button.